guys, my name is Alexandra Laurenne and welcome to my YouTube channel. So I have been making YouTube videos off and on for about the past 10, maybe even 12 years now. I started when I was really young. I was a huge fan of YouTube, really enjoyed making videos, and unfortunately I just never really stuck with them due to sports and school and a million other obligations. Just due to quarantine, I did want to spend a little bit of time really starting this YouTube channel back up and doing something that I love again now that I do have a lot more time on my hands. For this first video, I just wanted to let you guys know a little bit about me in case you haven't seen my stuff for the past 10 years, which I really hope you haven't. And I just wanted to also explain a little bit of what I essentially want this channel to be about. So like I said, my name is Alexandra Laurenne. You can call me Lexi or Lex or Alexandra if you please. I actually work in technology sales, but along with that, I have been a life coach off and on for the past few years now. I never really planned on being a life coach. That's not something that I ever thought I would really be doing. How I got into it was kind of more of a personal finance way. I had always been very, very much into personal finance. I always thought it was very, very important to essentially try to graduate with as little or no debt as possible, which thankfully I did end up doing, and I will be making a video about how I did that as well. But essentially I really just started with kind of being a coach and being in the corner of my friends' lives and showing them, hey, you can genuinely do anything and everything that you want in life. And I think a lot of people don't realize the potential that they have, and unfortunately they've been talked down to so often that they don't believe that they can genuinely and truly do these amazing, great things. And so I really just started off with my friend group, and it kind of expanded as I got into the workforce, and I was doing it for my coworkers, and after a while I just realized that I had been doing this for quite a few people, and that kind of led to me being a speaker and doing some small speaking events here and there. Quarantine happened and 2020 has been an absolutely wild year. So of course I haven't been able to do any of that, but I still wanted to be able to touch people and and encourage people in whatever way that I could. And I figured what better way to do that than to do it on YouTube. And so that's really what this channel is about. I'm going to be discussing quite a few things on here. Of course, personal finance, and again, I'm not your fiduciary. I am not your financial advisor. However, I do want to give you a little bit of insight on my way that I approach personal finance. As you can see, I have a very minimal setup. That isn't something that's just staged. That is genuinely, that's not something that's just staged. This is genuinely my office and my desk. I am what a lot of people would consider to be a minimalist. I don't necessarily use that label, not a huge fan of labels, but if you wanted to kind of throw me in a box, I guess that's what you would call me. So I do want to do a couple of videos on why I got into minimalism, why I wanted to live a simpler life, and just what my philosophies on that are, and why I think decluttering your space can lead to decluttering in your life and also in your mind. So I'm going to be going over a lot of that, also tips on confidence, and a huge thing which I found that I was dealing very, very often with the people that were my clients is interview tips and networking tips and job tips. And I think especially for this younger generation, a lot of that old stuff doesn't necessarily apply in the way that it did. I mean, you could ask your parents even, and you say, hey, mom, dad, I need help getting a job. They're gonna tell you, oh, just walk into the place, hand in your resume, and that's it. Make sure you give them a call. That doesn't work anymore. So I do want to give you some tips on how to craft the perfect resume, how to stand out in interviews, how to leverage LinkedIn and other social media platforms to go ahead and land those jobs. So that's especially with the job market that's unfortunately not great right now. I do want to give you a lot of those tips as well. It's really going to be personal development focused, and that is really the umbrella term for everything that we're going to be discussing on this channel. And whether it be personal development in yourself physically, emotionally, even spiritually, professionally, and financially. Those are going to be the 5 main things that we'll be covering on this channel. So if that's something that you think that you would be interested in watching, feel free to go ahead and hit that subscribe button down below. Also, if you could leave a like or comment on this video, that will help me and the algorithm out a ton. It lets me know what you want to see. It lets me know if you like things. So if you could do that, it's free. Just go ahead and press that little button there. And if you have anything that you would like me to discuss or that you would like me to go in depth about or give you some tips on, feel free to comment all of those down below. I do read every single comment, at least in my past channels I have, and I will be carrying that over into this channel, of course. But I very much look forward to chatting with you more and just kind of giving you some tips and building up that confidence and helping you become the best you that you can possibly be. So until next time, I will see you in my next video. Bye guys.